Live from Enrabio Studio B, this is Two Guys and a Chick Show. Get your fucking mind out of the gutter.
Hello, and we are here, yes, Two Guys and a Chick Show.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning. Evening, afternoon.
Good morning.
What the hell? What the heck? Why not? Sorry.
You're hitting your mic over there. You're killing me.
I'm clicking. I'm sorry.
Because you don't have your earbud in. That's why. All right, so welcome to the show. It is 9/11, 2013.
Yep.
So what were you doing 9/11?
Driving. I'm sorry. I'm over it.
Well, you still gotta
I'm
remember.
sorry.
it.
I'm not PC enough. I don't care. I'm over it. I know. It's terrible. It's sad. It's horrible. Blah, blah, blah. But it's 12 years later, and I'm done.
12 years later and you're done.
Yeah. What am I supposed to do? Mourn over it forever? I know other people, they lost people, and for them it's a big deal. But I didn't lose anybody. I didn't lose anybody. I didn't know anybody. I only know people who knew people. That's as close as I get to it. So for me, it means nothing.
For you, it means nothing.
Nope.
Well, I mean, it was a sad day. I remember it was very, just watching those towers come down was like, I never thought that it was going to come down. When I heard a plane hit that, I thought it was like a small plane for sure. Mm-hmm. I didn't think it was a big plane until I saw the other plane come in, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Who's flying these frickin' things? And you knew right away something was up, you know. And you wanted to kind of hunk it down and the whole deal, but it was scary. We had a couple of people from the firehouse that we lost.
No, we didn't.
From the firehouse, absolutely.
No, we knew people from the firehouse who knew people who lost people.
No, we had people we lost from the firehouse.
If you say so, I don't know anybody.
Well, we had Peter O'Neill. He was a member of the Amityville Fire Department.
Didn't know him.
I know.
I'm sorry. I was like a 6-year-old. It was like, yay, no school. I don't know. I was all excited to get the day off from work.
Really?
It's like a snow day for me.
We welcome your emails.
I'm sorry. I can't get all worked up over it. I feel real bad about the firemen and the policemen and stuff who died in it. But
What about the non-firemen and policemen? Just how many people we lost? I know it's not as bad as the day that will live in infamy, which is what date?
December 7th,
What year?
40-something, 41.
There you go. See, I taught
Those
her right.
people are important. Oh,
Whoa,
I
wait a
know.
minute.
Yeah,
Why are
welcome
those
your
people
emails for that
important?
too.
How come those people are more important?
Because
than
they were there defending our country, and that's a whole different thing. The other people, they were just going to work, and I'm sorry, it's a terrible thing that happened to them. It's really sad, but they're no more
But now, wait a minute.
important
Wouldn't
than-
that make it worse, though? Because they weren't defending our country. They
It
were
was
just
a freak,
normal
horrible
people.
thing that happened to them.
Normal people going about their daily lives, doing their thing, bloop, and they got killed.
Yes, but now they get a big old huge memorial for them?
Well, it was a pretty big event.
It's bigger, I'm sorry, it's bigger than the Vietnam Memorial, this thing they're building. So by regular weird reasoning, you could say these people are somehow viewed as more important than the Vietnam veterans,
Well, that's true,
which
but how
is
many?
baloney.
How many Vietnam veterans have we lost, though? A lot.
I don't know, but it's several hundred thousand.
It's a bunch. Yeah.
Yes, it's several hundred thousand.
Well,
I
it-
have 300 and something thousand in my head, but it's probably
Well,
wrong.
they do have the wall that travels the country, right?
Yes, it travels the country, but it's nowhere near as big or expensive or anything as this memorial they're building in Manhattan,
Yeah. Well, that's true. That's
and that's wrong.
the towers. It's a big deal.
In my mind, that's wrong.
Well, I think it's probably because it happened instantly. And I think for everybody, I know for myself, because we're working on the towers, building them, it's a big deal because it's kind of like, we're giving it back. You know what I mean?
Nope.
It's kind of like we're shoving it right up their butts because we're building it right back. We're building it bigger.
No, we're
and
not building it right
stronger.
back. We're building a big old monument that is not, what they were trying to do
There's a
was trying to
monument there,
ruin
but keep in
commerce.
mind that there's towers there as well.
They were trying to ruin commerce, and sure as shit, that's what they did. Pardon my French.
How you figure?
They tore down those buildings, and did we put them back bigger and stronger? No, we put up this big old wreath. A whole bunch of people died here.
We did put them up bigger and stronger. That's what we're doing now.
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to go there and see it, because
You're
the
gonna
only thing
have to.
I've seen in the paper is a big old reflecting pool.
You didn't see Tower 1 or Tower 4? They're huge. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, they're big.
Sorry, monuments piss me off.
I know, I get that.
I don't like monuments. I think it's wrong.
So what do you got as far as stupid news? Make me laugh, monkey girl.
Okay, well, in the River Thames, you've heard of that, right? In England. Sorry. A little message in my ear. The mic on my boob is causing a ruckus.
That mic on your boob was not causing a ruckus.
The boob is
No,
causing a
it's
ruckus.
the mat. It's your mic is on inside there. Yeah,
Whatever.
something's on. Okay, there you go. Now we're talking. Smoke 'em if you got 'em, baby. Okay.
I can't. We're indoors. The River Thame. I'm not sure how you say it, but it's in England.
River Thames.
Thames. Yeah, Thames. That's right. Well, somewhere.
Benny Hill, come on, get with it.
He didn't talk. Somewhere along the line, somebody put up a letterbox. Well, they're calling it a letterbox. Basically, it's a big old mailbox on the side of the bridge. There it is on the screen. You can see it. They put a mailbox on the side of the bridge. It's a meter above the water. So 3 feet above the water is a mailbox.
So you can put your mail in as you go through.
Apparently. Well, the Queen and everybody is all upset, saying that it shouldn't have been there. They don't know how it got there, but they think it's a big joke. But I think it's kind of funny. It would be cool to drive by in your boat and stick your letter in the mailbox. They're concerned that with flooding it might be a problem.
Yeah, you would think.
I don't think the water goes up 3 feet.
No?
No, that's a lot. If you notice the water line there on the bridge, I don't think it's going up that high.
Yeah, it does. But what's the purpose of the mail?
They're thinking it was a joke.
I was going to say.
Yeah, it was just a joke.
Hey, there's no chat on the page.
There is on mine.
Is there? No, I feel like I've been shortchanged.
You have been, apparently, because something's not right with you.
I see that. Fresh. Okay, so anyway, as far as my stupid news goes, how about this one? Now, Goose Creek, South Carolina, apparently deputies have arrested a 34-year-old man on charges of child solicitation. They arrested this guy because the authorities say that they received a complaint from a man who said a family friend was sending inappropriate text messages to his teenage stepdaughter. So according to investigators, an undercover detective took over the girl's account and began texting this guy. During the conversation, he told the undercover detective, who was posing as the victim, he wanted to meet her for the purpose of engaging in sexual activity.
Did he really say it like that?
I don't know. Do you really say, listen, you're really turning me on. I
No,
want to
it's
meet
like
you
this.
to engage in sexual activity.
He's texting. You got it
Yeah.
wrong. There you go.
I want to engage in sexual activity of the unknown nature. How did they do that?
Yeah, I don't think he said it like that. And if he did, I think any teenager would go, yeah, I don't think so.
Exactly.
I would.
Yeah.
Nah, never mind. You talk weird. You text funny.
You text funny. LOL. LMAOFAO.
I can't intercourse you. You text funny.
Yeah. I'm sexy and I know it. LMFAO.
That's ridiculous. There's a new Ferris wheel going up in Vegas.
Okay.
Are you excited?
No.
It's 5 stories high.
Big deal.
No, actually, it's got to be more than that.
Gotta be
I'm
like-
sorry, 55 stories high.
There
I
you
knew
go.
there was a
I
5
say,
in there
It's got to
somewhere.
be some crazy number.
55 stories high. That's huge.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Who's going to be on the top of that?
somebody apparently.
I don't care who you are and who's building that thing. When you're on the top of a 55-foot Ferris wheel,
55-story.
55-story, sorry. 55-story Ferris wheel, there's going to be a lot of swaying going on. And you're going to be like, you've got
So they're gonna have to have
to
like,
be.
it'll have to be like
kidding
a
me.
Gallagher show. They'll have to have these big splash, area.
Yeah, so when the people fall.
Or
and
when they
splat-
vomit all over the place.
No, when they fall and they splat like
Oh,
little
come
bugs.
on. People don't fall and splat off of Ferris wheels anymore.
Don't hold your own door.
Nah. Well, this is actually, I
Keep in
think,
mind,
going
55 stories is about how tall?
I don't know.
550 feet.
Cool.
No, you don't know what cool is.
Cool.
You know how crazy that is? That's ridiculous.
Well, it's not as high as the stratosphere, and I was up there.
On the roof, no.
Uh-huh.
But
Walking
now
around
you're-
on
But
the-
now you're going around.
Yeah. It's actually going to be, I think, the tallest Ferris wheel in the world.
It probably
I'm pretty
will be.
sure.
That's huge.
It's 30 feet taller than the China's Star of Nanchang.
That's it.
That opened in 2006. It's 9 feet taller than the Singapore Flyer, which opened in 2008. And it's on here somewhere. It's taller than the London Eye, which I think is like one of the biggest ones anywhere. It's going to have 28 glass capsules attached to the wheel, and it's going to have 1,500 LED lights on it.
Really?
It's taller than the Bellagio Hotel,
Wow. Wow.
but it's still shorter than the Stratosphere, which is over 1,000 feet high.
Yeah. But that's tall.
Wow, it's going to take 30 minutes just to go around once.
I'm sure. And it's going to
So you
seem
got
like
to
a
crank
lifetime.
that baby up, and go faster.
Get me down.
I think that. Oh, it's going to have audio-visual shows inside of each one to complement the whole
Wait a minute.
experience.
Are these enclosed cars?
Yes,
Oh, forget that.
they gotta be air conditioned. It's
Yeah.
hot there.
Yeah, it's going to be hot.
I think that's kind of cool.
I'm going to be sweating. There's going to be like to open the door, the water would just sweat would just pour out. It would. That's a lot of sweat.
Okay.
Yeah, my computer is not liking the chat.
All right. How about this one?
Wait, I got one. How about this? A
I
naked
got
man
that one.
caught having sex with a Land Rover. Do you have this one?
No, I didn't keep it. I saw it and went, okay.
I was young once. This could have happened.
Really? You
necessarily.
would have done this?
No, not necessarily with the Land Rover, but you have to, you have to understand. Apparently, this guy he was drunken, Daniel Cooper, 24. He stripped and started grinding against his blue 4x4 Land Rover Discovery. He was caught on closed-circuit TV stimulating sex with the Land Rover, which was parked outside a takeout restaurant. Now, he was so drunk he couldn't remember what happened until he was shown the closed-circuit TV pictures. But father of 3, described as normally being a caring family man, he stripped during a drunken night out with friends, apparently. And the court had... On what?
Move your mouse over in. There you go.
The court heard earlier that shock revelers had seen him stimulate sex with the counter at a shish kebab shop.
You'd think he would have hurt himself.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't sound like it's something, that's really sexual, but, when you're young and you got a strap on off,
The counter at a shish kebab
So
shop.
that's a little bit much, but
And apparently he was doing this all over the place. He laid down on the floor and was gyrating like he was having sex. I'm thinking this poor guy hasn't gotten any in a long time.
yeah, but doesn't Miley Cyrus do most of this anyway?
I don't know. I don't pay any
She
attention to that
gyrates
idiot.
everywhere she is, doesn't she?
Probably. I don't pay any attention to her.
No.
She's a dumbass.
Well, that dumbass, she's now got 48 million views on her new video. Apparently, it's the most views on the video in 24 hours.
Oh, she beat out the guy, huh?
She beat in 24 hours. Yeah, she beat him out in 24 hours. Wasn't even up there. So now she's at 48 million.
Wow.
It's a lot.
Okay. All right. Well, the Pope has made the news.
Yeah.
Yes. Apparently, he has taken to cold calling people. Believe it or not.
The Pope's cold calling people.
Yes.
Listen, I have a security system. Would you like to have one installed in your house? I'm working for. Is he working for Sloman's or is he selling chimney cleaning? What is he doing? Trying to pick up a couple extra bucks on the side.
It says here he is both unnerving the Vatican and delighting the faithful by picking up the telephone and spontaneously calling people, earning the nickname the Cold Call Pope.
Cold call Pope.
Yes.
He's trying to sell chimney cleaning services. It's called Papal Chimney.
Some girl apparently sent a letter to the Vatican. She wanted to send a letter to the Pope because she was concerned that she had fallen out of favor with the church, blah, 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 because she was thinking about having an abortion. I don't care about that part of the story.
So she fell out of favor because of that.
Right. So she sends a letter. She wants to send a letter to the Pope. She doesn't know where to send it, so she just put, to the Pope, Vatican City.
Santa Claus, she put.
No, Vatican City. It got to him. He called her. He actually called her on the phone.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's kind of cool. He's kind of a down-to-earth kind of Pope.
Yeah, you're down to earth kind of Pope. Hello, you've reached the Papal Popsicle. I'm sorry, we're closed right now. Our hours are from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Flavor of the month is rainbow.
Flavors Altar Boys. That came out of the control room. I did not say that.
Matt, was that you?
I can only be just so politically incorrect per show. That did not come from me.
Flavor is all the boy.
That was good.
But
Yeah. He spent 10 minutes on the phone with this girl.
really?
Yeah. That's kind of cool. He offered comfort and hope to better face life. Anyway, he's calling people. That's cool. That's cool.
Well, that wasn't a cold call. He got a letter, but
Yes. Oh, well, whatever. Still, he's calling people. That's cool. He's not just hiding in the Vatican. He's calling people.
okay. Cold call Pope.
All right. How about this one?
Okay.
This woman named Joni Baccarazzi.
Bacharaka?
I don't even know how you say her name. It's kind of sad. Her son died 18 years ago, okay? And rather than bury him, she decided she was going to mummify him. And she kept him in the house for 18 years in a coffin with a viewing window.
Oh.
Yeah, creepy, right? She said it was because he was very young. He was 22 years old. And she wanted his children to see what kind of man he was, what kind of father they had. A dead one?
His children?
Yes, that's what she said.
So,
Her child.
Go to full
His
screen so
child.
Matt can grab it.
Oh, I thought he had it. He's got it.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
She looks scared. So now, at the same purpose, was he married to somebody and there was kids on the way?
I
or-
don't know if he was married to someone, but he had a child, and she wanted to see.
Oh, she had a
wanted
child.
the child to see what kind of father.
Oh, that
he
scared the
had.
crap out of you.
Yeah.
How old's that kid got to be to really go, okay, I want to see him?
She apparently first used traditional methods to preserve him, but then she claims that at one point she had a dream that told her that she needed to do it a different way, and the dream told her to use spirits,
Wow. Old number 7?
basically. Yes.
Little Jack Daniels there?
She started using vodka.
Uh-oh. It's Polish
So
guy?
now he's pickled.
Pickle
they're from-
Polak.
They're from Georgia. That's kind of a Russian kind of area.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. It's not Russia, but it's
But it's
that general
it's similar,
vicinity. Yes. So, yeah, for 18 years, she's kept him pickled in the house in a coffin with a viewing window. I'm just
Wow.
grossed out.
Yeah. That's a bit much.
Yeah, no way.
Pickle punk. Now, can you do that legally? I don't know if you can.
Well, I guess you can in Georgia.
Really? Like Georgia's different than everywhere else?
Well, Georgia over there.
Oh, Georgia, Russia?
Not Georgia,
Oh,
New
I'm
York,
thinking-
not Georgia, America.
I'm thinking, okay. Well, yeah, maybe down there it's a different story.
Yeah.
Cowabunga. I don't know if I want to be mummified.
No, I definitely don't want to be mummified. Mm-mm. No, all those bandages, they just kind of add weight. You know, they just make you look more round. You end up looking like the Michelin Man. I don't need that. I'm fat enough.
Excellent. Right.
Maybe if they could wrap the bandages really, really tight.
No, my problem would be, hey, I think the house is going to flood. We got a hurricane coming. What should we pick up? Leave the fat guy. Pick up the other stuff. I'll be
Use the
floating
fat
around
guy
the
as a
house.
flotation device.
Yeah, I'll be floating around the house. Exactly. I'll be clogging up the door or something. The water will be trying to get out, slamming my body against the back
Oh,
door.
God.
Bam,
That
bam,
is just so
bam.
pleasant. That's so pleasant. On a lighter note, a 150-pound watermelon has been stolen.
Okay,
Yes.
that's a big watermelon.
Yes, from a Maryland gardener's backyard. It was still growing. And somebody went and
Plucked it.
plucked it.
Picked it, plucked it.
I got that picture because I thought it was hysterical because it's very close up on the watermelon and he's really far away. So it looks like this watermelon is absolutely gigantic.
It's a monster.
Right. It looks like it's about, 4 feet tall. I'm sure it's not. I'm sure it's not quite that big. But I thought that was kind of funny. Yeah, 150-pound watermelon. He says that he grows these watermelons all the time for the purpose of putting them in fairs and things like that.
Yeah, one of those prize watermelon deals.
Exactly. But somebody actually came in and stole it, and it's worth like $1,500.
Really? So $10 a pound for watermelon.
Well, I guess when you get one that's 150 pounds,
That's a chunk of change. I didn't know watermelon was going for that much.
it's not normally, but maybe because it's a prize-winning watermelon.
Ah.
So he could have got like $1,500 in a prize.
Does the price go down as the watermelon starts to, crap to bed?
Well, if you keep it long enough, it might actually pickle. No, actually, I think you can drill a hole in it, put alcohol in it, and it becomes a
Party favor.
party favor. I've never done that. That's probably really good.
Bobbing for watermelon. Just cut a big hole, stick your head in there.
Maybe. I don't know. Okay, how about this? A guy named Jan Yang. He's a 32-year-old from Singapore. He's concerned that he can't get a date. But it turns out that there's a really good reason for it, at least in my mind, there's a really good
Okay.
reason. The man owns 6,000 Barbie dolls.
That's a lot of Barbie dolls.
He seems to think that it's because the women feel threatened by all these Barbies and their, perfect figures and stuff. I'm thinking they just think he's a freak. It's one thing for a girl to have, 6 or 7 or 10 or
Yeah,
whatever.
but he's a collector. This guy's probably
6,000.
he's probably got millions of dollars in these things.
I don't care. I wouldn't date a guy with 6,000 Barbie dolls. Not happening.
No.
No, that's just weird.
Are they real life Barbie dolls?
Real life Barbie doll?
Yeah.
What? What?
Like these collecting, big ones?
What? Like the? No, look at them. They're little. They're Barbie dolls.
Yeah, I
They're
see that.
10-inch tall.
I mean, because plenty of girls out there that think they're Barbie dolls too. So they want to
Yeah.
be just like Barbie.
No, that's okay.
Barb.
That's quite okay.
How much is his collection worth?
Um,
God, could you imagine? Where do you put that stuff?
he has
6,000.
6,000 of them. He's 33 years old. What's
much?
that?
$20 each.
Yeah,
Some of them could be
they're
thousands of dollars a
probably
piece.
about-
The collector's items. Yeah.
Brand new, they were probably around $20. They were cheaper than that, years ago when it was a newer thing. It doesn't actually say here what his collection is worth, but there are some that are worth, upwards of thousands at this point.
Get on eBay, start selling them. That's probably where he got a lot of them anyway.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't think there were actually 6,000 different Barbie dolls made.
I don't know. Maybe he's got duplicates. Well, anyway, here's one for you. This will prove that texting and driving does not work out. So, Washington, a Prince George's County woman who told authorities she had been texting and driving, first mistake.
Yeah.
She crashed her car and ended up in a lake on Tuesday.
The control room is going crazy.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Talk about shushing me last Saturday. This guy's not even whispering. Every time I said something to him quietly, he's like, shh. So here, anyway, he was apparently, she was north on St. Charles Parkway near St. Thomas Drive in Waldorf when her Hyundai left the road and hit a tree. The impact sent the car careening 60 feet into Westfield Lake at about 12:30 p.m.
Wow.
Yeah, her car quickly became submerged in about 5 feet of water, but she was able to climb out through the driver's side window with her phone in her hand and
Texting all the while.
texting all the while. Ding, 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 all the way home. She was taken to the hospital, but no visible injuries. So they continue to investigate the charges. Witnesses are asked to call. For what purpose? She said she was texting and driving. She was a single car dumbass.
Yeah.
She caused her own accident. What are you going to call for? Yeah, I saw the dumbass hit the tree.
Speaking of dumbasses who cause their own problems, my next story is a dumbass who caused his own problem.
Okay.
Believe it or not, this guy, he's a
So
rapist.
is this the hooray you stupid for the week?
No,
Not
this
yet?
is not a funny enough story for Hooray You're Stupid. This is actually, it's not funny at all, actually.
We'll have to pick
This
one.
guy, he's a 27-year-old guy, lives in Manchester, so I guess that's England, because I know there's a bunch of different Manchesters. But anyway, he snuck into his neighbor's apartment. She was not feeling well. She had taken a sleeping pill to sleep, and he forced himself on her. She woke up with him doing his thing.
Really?
Really. But
She woke up by the time he got to where he had to be.
well, she had taken a sleeping pill, so
Oh,
she
okay.
was really out. Okay. But he knew she was sick, but he didn't know what was wrong with her.
Okay.
Turns out she's got AIDS.
Oh, brother.
I mean, that's a criminal who gets exactly what he deserves.
That's exactly right.
I mean, really, what better punishment can you possibly give this guy? Doing something you're not supposed to do. There you go. You deserve it.
There you go.
Notice I have very little sympathy for criminals. Sorry. I'm a terrible person. What can I tell you? All right, so on to my tattoo story. Ken asked me about it.
Okay.
Washington, D.C. is now talking about, they haven't actually done it, but they're actually talking about implementing a 24-hour waiting period
For tattoos.
to get tattoos and body piercings. How wild is that? So there's no chance of, getting loaded and going in and getting a
Just get a
tattoo or something pierced or whatever. You actually have to wait 24 hours, so you have to think about what you plan to do.
So if you're in the Navy and you land, you just can't grab a tattoo real quick.
No,
'cause you're,
apparently not.
you know,
Well,
two-
not in
two sheets-
Washington, D.C.
2 sheets to the wind. Not
Right.
in Washington, D.C.
Right. Somewhere else you probably could, but it's not actually in effect yet. It's something that they're considering. I'm thinking, what's the big deal? So you want to mark yourself up. Big deal.
It's a personal choice, it is.
Yeah. It's none of my business. Other than when people do things that I think are stupid, like salamanders under their eyes and things like that. But
Salamanders under the
I
rings.
know somebody who has a salamander crawling up his face. It looks ridiculous.
Okay, well, that's, it still doesn't affect you, though.
No, it doesn't affect me. I think they should be allowed to go ahead and do it. Mark the boneheads so we can all see who they are right away. To be like a big sign. Stupid.
Yeah. Hooray, you're stupid.
That's right.
Hooray, you're stupid. Matt's going to make us up a promo for that.
Speaking of 9/11, okay, today is 9/11 and we're doing the whole
Yes,
9/11
today
thing.
is 9/11. Bonnie hates it. Go.
Boston Logan International Airport has now issued an official apology because today, of all days when people are freaking out at airports and things like that, they actually had a fire drill. Not only did they have
Really? Come on. On 9/11, what's wrong with you?
not only was there a fire drill, it was complete with flames and smoke and all kinds of stuff. They freaked everybody out.
You're kidding.
I'm
Flames and smoke and
serious.
everything?
Yes.
Yeah. He's going to share the picture.
Yeah, they said they apologized for holding a fire drill complete with smoke and flames on the 12th anniversary of the terrorist attacks. They conducted the drill, which involved what appeared to be a plane on fire.
It's not a plane on fire, it's a tank.
Whatever. Heavy black smoke could be seen drifting over the airfield.
That's by the way, that's what we do out at Yaphank for LP training. So yeah, they basically take a tank like that and make it seem like it's burning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pretty stupid.
Yeah, on 9/11, yeah,
Yeah.
At an airport.
People were tweeting about it, how insensitive can you be? You're doing this on a day when people are already on edge about flying.
Okay, I can't let that go. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is absolutely crazy.
And the most insensitive day to do it would be today. As much as you could care the F less that it's 9/11, but for real.
I still wouldn't do this. I'm sensitive enough to know that there are people who are really, that really have a problem with this, who have things that they're dealing with, that have, family members or friends or whatever, or they're afraid to travel on a day like today. I would never schedule something like this on September 11th, just knowing the problems that other people have with
That's
it.
like doing a bomb drill in schools today or something.
Exactly.
Or during the Boston Marathon, have a bomb drill.
Right. Exactly. There
Not
are
something
certain
you really
things-
want to do.
There are certain things that you should not do, just out of respect for everybody else.
Well, just out of
Who was
common
the
sense.
jackass that's idea was, today's the day we're going to actually have a simulated explosion at the airport?
I don't know whose idea it was, but I have a feeling they just really didn't even think about it. They just went, okay, we got to have a fire drill, and here we go, and we do it.
Even the cover of Newsday this morning was Spitzer did not make the election. There was no reference to 9/11 today. Not one reference. It was page 6 inside the paper.
Wow.
It's Newsday, for Christ's sake.
Well, it's sometimes people become a little complacent because it's getting a little further along. I mean,
Agreed.
really, how many people remember Pearl Harbor Day?
Yeah,
I
but
mean, we
those
lost-
people aren't really around.
Well, I mean, I remember Pearl Harbor Day. But
No,
I
you
mean,
don't.
Of course I do.
What
were
grade
not
were you in
around.
when Pearl Harbor happened?
I was not.
You were
So
not.
you
But my
don't-
father was at Pearl Harbor, so I remember
So
Pearl
you
Harbor.
know about it.
Right.
You
Of course
don't
I do.
actually remember it.
No,
the
I
people who
every
actually remember it.
year on Pearl Harbor Day, I remember that it's Pearl Harbor Day.
Okay.
People should remember that December 7th, 1941 is Pearl Harbor Day. We lost more people in Pearl Harbor than we did at 9/11. So, I mean, if we're going to remember any days, then we should remember all of the days, not just the ones we choose to remember.
Absolutely.
So that's what I mean by I remember it. I remember it every year, that it's Pearl Harbor Day. And that's one of the things that we should do as Americans, period. I mean, do we need to stop our lives because it's Pearl Harbor Day or 9/11? We really don't. But actually, if you look at the calendar for today, you know what today is actually called? They did make it a holiday,
Aside from its odd day.
Aside
Today
from
is
the
actually
fact that
odd day. I found it on the internet. It's one of the few times in ever where all 3 numbers in the date are odd.
Right.
So today is called odd.
Today is actually, if you look at a calendar, it'll tell you it's Patriots Day.
Really?
Yes, they made it a holiday, Patriots Day. It's not a day where
They
we're
did get
off,
off from
and
work,
banks
yeah.
aren't closed, but it's Patriots Day. But,
Okay.
If you're going to remember that, remember Pearl Harbor Day, the day that will live in infamy,
Okay.
the first attack on American soil.
Okay. How about this? Herbert Chavez of Calamba City in the Philippines. What? Has had 19 plastic surgeries. There he is on the screen.
Over 16 years.
19 plastic surgeries over 16 years. The point behind
He's
it.
68.
No. He's 36 years old.
Really?
Yes. Now, I don't know when. That's probably prior to him having any plastic surgeries. Okay.
Is that the before?
That's the before.
Oh, wow.
The point behind
For
it.
what? He
He-
looks like he's perfect now.
He wants to look like Superman,
Really?
and that's him now. I don't see the point behind it. Nothing to
don't
say.
get I don't get it personally. I think it looked, not that I'm, that way. Matt, can you help me out? But I think it looked better as like that.
He looked like a regular person.
He looked like a kid. He looked
Yeah.
very young, yeah.
Yeah, he probably was. He was probably about 18 years old. Something
Now
like
he
that.
looks like an Asian Superman.
Yeah, he does.
I must save the rice. There's an egg roll to be had.
Oh,
what do you do with that?
So bad. So bad.
Well, he's Asian, for God's sakes. He doesn't really look like...
He's Filipino. He's not Asian. He had nose jobs,
He's
liposuction,
Filipino?
yeah, skin whitening, jaw realignment, pectoral implants, abdominal implants. He spent 300,000 pesos.
That's $40.
It's 6,800 US dollars. I'm going to the Philippines. Oh my God. $6,800 for all of that. And he plans on a procedure to make him taller by implanting metal in his legs.
Oof. That's a bit much, but does he do parties or something? What's his thing?
It says he's.
Can we rent him out? Can he come here and can he fly in or something? Does he have like a string? Does he come flying in? And they got to grab him or he'll just swing back? How does that work?
I don't know. He can regularly be seen in his neighborhood dressed in the Superman costume and says he wants to teach kids good morals and brighten their days. That's what he says.
Hey, you know what? There you go. Another American icon just, teaching the world. Like to teach the world to sing.
Oh God, you're so old.
What? It's a good song. What are you gigging me for? What's the problem here? Oh my God. Can't do nothing.
He says that he's going to continue with his plastic surgeries until his doctors tell him that his body can't take it anymore.
They tried that with Michael Jackson. How'd that work out?
Not good.
Not good. Well, how about this? How about this is Utah, okay? So put them up on the map. But apparently an Elks Lane in Utah had its last revenge when its antler punctured the neck of the hunter who brought him down. So the 51-year-old hunter snagged the elk Saturday, and then the sheriff or undersheriff says that the man was trying to roll the 600 to 700 pound animal over when the antler stabbed him behind his jaw. The hunter called for help and told dispatchers he was having trouble breathing.
No, it'd be more like I'm impaled on an elk, come get me.
Or an elk is impaled on me because he's laying on top of me. They said the hunter called for help and told dispatchers he had difficulty breathing. Rescuers airlifted the man to the hospital, and crews put a tube into his trachea to keep it open. But the hunter was later flown to a different hospital for surgery and was expected to make a full recovery.
Yay.
Damn it.
Never hunt alone.
That's what I always say. You're going in the woods, you don't go alone. You never, ever, ever know. Things happen in a heartbeat, as we learned.
Well-
Must be prepared.
You know, we can never have a
No.
show without at least one penis story.
Okay.
Well, this time, because we kind of neglect the rest of the male anatomy, we decided this time we got a story on testicles.
On penises.
No, because we always talk about penises and people shoving things into them and shoving them into things. And this time, it's testicles.
Well, we got a fork.
Yes,
a
we got
fork
we
story.
got a fork. Well, there's actually been a study, believe it or not,
Right.
that men with smaller testicles are more likely than men with big, ginormous ones to be more helpful in raising their children. So if you have little teeny tiny testes, you're going to be a good daddy.
Or a good mommy.
Well, I think it's kind of nice when you think about it. These poor guys are walking around with these little teeny tiny walnut things, and they're worried that they're, embarrassed or whatever about it. And it turns out they've, for whatever reason, have what it takes to be better fathers.
Chuck be a good dad?
I'm not telling you.
You're going to have to find out for yourself there, sweet cheeks.
That's what they're saying. That's the study.
That's what the midget underneath the radio desk is for.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of cute. All right, how about this? There's a man in, let's see, where is he? His name is Dave Cat, whatever that is. He actually lives with both his wife and his mistress together.
Nice.
Yes. The problem with this situation
Give them separate rooms and knock on their doors when need be calling.
is neither one of the women are human.
Ow. Well, that's no damn good. What are they, cats?
They're dolls.
Ah, so there you go. Full-size, life-size Barbie dolls.
That's right.
I'm telling you, they make something that plugs into a computer and has a USB output. Pack your crap and get out.
He says he met her at a goth club in 2000, his wife. Okay.
She's a doll.
I know.
How did he meet her at a golf club?
That's what he said. They say the less romantic but perhaps more true version is that he saved up for a year and a half to buy his future wife online. She cost him $6,000. She is actually what's called a real doll.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
She's created in the shape of human woman. She's covered in artificial skin, blah, 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 blah. She's, for sex purposes. That's
Yeah.
what she's made for.
Right.
But not only does he have a wife he's got a mistress. So he has two.
He's got two of them. 12 grand.
12 grand.
A lot of
yes.
money. Got to win a couple more fire department lotteries for that.
He considers himself an activist for synthetic love
Yeah.
and the rights of synthetic humans.
Everywhere.
That's just creepy.
This is the big.
That's just creepy.
Yeah, how about this? Anchorage, Alaska, which you would expect this in Anchorage.
Yeah.
But a father of a Rhode Island man was mauled by a grizzly bear in Alaska. Get it? Father of a Rhode Island man was mauled by a grizzly bear in Alaska Wednesday. He said it's a miracle his son is alive after suffering bites to his head and leg. Apparently, he was listed in fair condition in an Anchorage hospital. The younger son was taken by the bear Monday night during a guided hunt near Beaver Mountain, about 40 miles southwest of this town of McGrath. Bad weather prevented rescuers from quickly reaching this party of three, and was finally rescued from the road spot. What had happened was he was hunting the bear, he shot it, followed it into the woods, and it mauled him.
Yeah, never follow a bear into the woods. If you shoot him and he walks away, just consider it done. Don't go after the bear.
Yeah.
Not a good thing. No.
Well, that was the idea. But he shot the bear, he saw it roll into the bushes, and the grizzly ran off into heavier brush. And then he followed it and got mauled by the bear. You pissed him off, so you did.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah. So every week we talk about McDonald's, right?
Pretty much.
Somebody in the drive-through or something constantly for us. Well, this week is no different. McDonald's has made the news again, but this time it's actually a good thing. Well, it's kind of weird, but it's good. This woman and her husband were trying to get pregnant for like 10 years. Nothing happened. It wasn't working. She decides she's going to try something different. She's going to up her protein levels. Because apparently she's a vegetarian. So she has an Egg McMuffin every day. And bam, triplets.
Really?
She's claiming that it's all because of McDonald's. And claiming that they had They had identical boys and they had triplets. I guess they had the two boys are twins and then the girl is separate. But yeah, all because of McDonald's.
All because of McDonald's.
A McMuffin.
A McMuffin. Just a McMuffin.
Yeah, a McMuffin a day.
Keeps the triplets away.
No, brings them in.
Brings the damn triplets in.
That's just weird.
It's a triplet hunt.
No, I don't think she's going to sue
That's
McDonald's.
That's a crappy suit. You're going to sue McDonald's for a diaper bill.
Yeah, no, I don't think
That's
so. I don't think so. I think seeing as how they were working so hard at it and they waited so long and all of that, I think they're happy. I think they're good with that one.
Okay, now I know that this is a crazy looking ice cream truck. South Carolina. Would you go buy ice cream from that truck?
No. It's too bad that Matt can't see that one. That is, okay, for anybody out there who is a Stephen King fan and remembers the movie, I believe it was It, with the clown in the sewer, on the top of this ice cream truck is a clown that looks like the clown from the sewer. I would not buy ice cream from that ice cream truck, ever. Ever, 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 ever. That's just creepiness. Okay, so what's the story about it, though?
Well, it says here, as you can imagine, this Lisa Moore was driving her ice cream truck through a neighborhood when she observed a group of young children running towards her vehicle, accompanied by the sound of frantic screaming. And as you can imagine, this scenario played out pretty often in her line of work. But in this case, something was off. The four boys were customers that she had seen numerous times before, but the screaming didn't match up. Basically, it had the sound of an elderly, irate male, and he was yelling profanities. And he had a gun. So he was 59-year-old Richard Lee Hill, who was apparently very angry that the ice cream truck was daring to bring joy and possibility of early onset diabetes to children while ignoring the neighborhood's no solicitation sign rule.
So he was chasing the ice cream truck with a gun because he didn't want the children to be happy in his neighborhood.
Yeah. So he said, for starters, the ice cream truck plays the Christmas music like Silent Night.
What?
And Joy to the World very slowly.
Ew.
And incredibly out of tune, he said. It's jarring enough to hear in the summertime, but even worse is the fact that the truck seems to enjoy making its rounds just as the sun is setting. That's normally when they come.
Yeah, that's when they come around. That's a creepy looking ice cream truck, though, regardless. If you were going to retire, where would you want to retire to?
I don't know.
Well, apparently 1,200 chickens from California are retiring to New York.
Are they?
Believe it
Why
or
would they
not.
want to come to New York to retire?
Oh, no. They're from Sacramento, California. It's 1,200 Northern California chickens that are done laying eggs. They're packing them up into a plane, and they're sending them to New York, where they can roam free or flap free or whatever it is that they're going to do.
Really?
Yes. They got a...
What are the purpose of these chickens? Aren't they supposed to be chicken McNuggets somewhere?
Well, they're done laying eggs. They're probably too old for that now.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. They got an anonymous $50,000 donation. They're calling it Operation Chicken Airlift, and they're sending them to upstate New York. They're going to a Woodstock Farm Animal Sanctuary. That's 200 of them, and the rest of them are going to various other places in New York. But
In New York.
they're going to retire to New York.
Retire to New York, the
Yeah.
chickens.
Chickens. Chickens are getting retirement. That's pretty amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, so that's it for us today.
Yeah, I think we're done.
Okay, we saw, we did what we had to do.
We bashed 9/11. Or I did, whatever. What?
Go ahead.
So we got,
Friday, the premiere of In or Out, pun intended.
yes, the second season of In or Out, pun intended, with Love Majeski will be on. So definitely got to check that out. That's from 6 to 7. And also there's, what's the show? We're giving away tickets for, what's the show this weekend? The Rising?
The Rising with Bruce
The
Springsteen.
Bruce Springsteen tribute band, The Rising, at the Paramount Theater. So you definitely got to go to the contest page. Check it out.
That's this Friday.
Yes, check it out. There's only a couple more days to get your tickets for that. So definitely get on there to the contest page and try to win them. And other than that, I think we're done. Right? All right. So we're done, Matt. Take us out. See you later. Bye.
See you later. Hasta la vista, baby.
Yeah.
Talk. What do you